What's up YouTube? Thrift Hunter here with this week's estate sale finds. Just going to go through a few things that I found in the last couple of weeks to give you guys a little update on what I've been buying. Nothing huge, nothing crazy, a few nice pieces, but really no big hauls. And some sales, but it's been just kind of average. Been a little bit slow, I guess, on the sales side for some of the amber pieces. I sold some and I haven't sold a lot of it, so we'll just keep going with that and see how it goes. This is some silver stuff I picked up. This is more on just like the average, like this is kind of stuff I've been finding. Nothing like spectacular. Here's a little Sanborn's Mexico salt shaker for 10 bucks. This is like 40 grams, so that was a good deal just in scrap. Sanborn's a nicer name for sterling stuff, so we'll see how that one does. Really liked this little enamel snuff box. It's not marked or anything, but it was obviously sterling. This is like a cloisonne, and a lot of people watching this on my eBay store right now. This was $35, and you know, it opens up. It's got enamel on the inside as well, and the enamel's not in perfect condition, which kind of hurts it a lot, but you know, it's a cool little piece. Little Norway salt and pepper shakers. These are by Theodore Olsen, and they're fully marked on the back of these little stands here. These are like 35 or 40 bucks that I paid. You know, I'm asking 100. We'll see what happens on them. They're neat, but you do see them. They're not super rare, but these are in good condition, so that helps. This is a little just 800 silver with like a faux coin in the center there, from Italy. It's marked 800 on the back right here, and weighs about 75 grams. This was like 35 bucks as well. Just a neat piece. Nothing like, you know, I'll make like 10 or 20 bucks on that at most. Some little silver shell pieces, just you know, cheaps for just the silver price. I mean, you wouldn't make a lot just on the silver, but nice little set. I'll probably just group those up. Cool for candy dishes or ashtrays or whatever, I guess. And this one's marked sterling on the back right here, and these are marked sterling as well on the back. These two are a matched pair, and this one doesn't match, so. But for 20 bucks, I mean, there's like 60 grams or something of that, like that in silver, so nice little set there. Here's a couple of Swarovski pieces that I bought a while ago that I just think I didn't show in one of the videos that I still have. These were just priced pretty well. I mean, I think these were $12 and $15 or something like that. And they're marked Swarovski, and I checked them on the condition and they look good. So nice little panther piece, and then a cat here with a nice green collar. Yeah, I don't really like buying glass, I really don't. But when it's cheap enough and it's something like Swarovski that I think will sell, you know, with box and papers these would be no-brainers, but like this they're like 50 bucks a piece or something, which after packaging and shipping and, you know, the liability if something happens to them, it's not the greatest, but I thought it was a good deal, so I picked those up. And I've showed you some of this stuff before. I'm sorry, I don't really remember what I've showed you. This was a Swarovski piece with the box of papers. This is just a little cow, so I'll show you. There you go. It's just a little, it's called Missy Mo. I guess there's a bunch of different Missy cows that people collect, so that was 10 bucks. You know, I'm trying to get like 45 or 50 for that. We'll see. Let me throw a little certificate in there so I don't forget. There's that piece. I don't think I showed this piece before, but this was just a neat costume piece. Something like this is very cheap to pick up at an estate sale, and it's got really nice color to it. It's got some like dyed coral beads on it and some other stones. Really just fun, nice piece that, you know, on eBay you can get maybe 30-40 bucks. I think I have this listed at like 70 or something, probably, because it's really nice. But yeah, eventually I expect to get probably like 40 bucks for that, maybe. Here's just a Bakelite cuff bracelet, 3 bucks. This is a, you know, very obvious Bakelite piece to me. I rubbed it and I could smell that it was Bakelite. It smells like kind of sulfury, and it's just got that glowy color to it. Nice thick bangle. I don't get a lot for the Bakelite unless they're like really interesting, but for $3, I mean, if I get 25 or 30 or something like that for that, it'll be a nice sale. Here's a really nice piece that I may have shown before. I don't remember if I did or not, but if I did, I'm sorry. You'll see it again then. This is sterling cuff bracelet that I bought. This was like $35, and I really liked the design on it. And I've got this up for I think 150 and no interest right now. But I saw some similar ones sell for like $200, so I don't know why this one's sitting. But it is, I believe, yeah, it says sterling in there. So at least it's marked with something. But it was a nice piece. I don't know if I showed that already. Same thing with this one. I don't think I've shown it. This was like a Navajo sterling malachite necklace, and it's just marked, says Navajo on the back. And I think I paid 80 or 90 for this, so not the best, but it's a really nice quality piece in good condition, so we'll see. And here's a little, just tiny little Omega watch. Hopefully you can kind of see that. It's a little ladies Omega. Nothing special, gold filled. But this was like $3 or something like that, so I can sell this for like 25 or so. Yeah, just like little, this is why I haven't really done a video, because it's all just like little, I don't know, these things. Sterling, nothing great there. Sterling, gold filled. Didn't pay $23 on that. I forget how much it was. There's some more. This is gold filled necklace. That was like a couple of bucks. Here is, what is this one? I think this one was one of my Coro sterling pieces, which can be worth money, but the flower ones are really nothing great. I think this one's another, I think this one's signed, yeah, Coro. Hopefully you can see that a little bit. Coro sterling. I just saw recently at a sale a Hobe sterling piece, and they're asking like $100 for it, and it was just like one of these flower things, and I'm like, yeah, okay, so the Hobe sterling stuff, yeah, I get it. It's rare, it's early, it's signed, it's worth a lot of money, but the flower designs, look at how many of these. I mean, I've found probably 100 of these things. So when it's a flower, it's just really, I mean, it's nice, but it's not worth that much because there's so many makers that did these. If it's like a cat or a dog or a dragon or something like kind of cool, then yeah, it's worth a lot of money. But it's just the flower ones are just not really there. So for them to ask $100, I think was a little overdone. A little sterling, you know, earrings for $4. Nothing great. I don't think I showed this stuff either, but I don't remember. These were nice sterling earrings that I bought. These ones here are Tommy Singer. These ones. And these were like $15 a piece, and I'm asking like, I don't know, 70 or 80 for these a lot. But there's some sold listings of these at like 100. These are another designer one. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but, and then just like this little amethyst. It's like a broken necklace, an old one. But yeah, I picked up those earrings. I think I had maybe another couple more pairs that I bought from that sale that I've already sold, so there's those. I don't know if I showed this piece either, but this is, I think Monet. Yeah. This is a Monet lucite bubble necklace. Really cool. And again, another one that's like really cheap to buy in a estate sale that a lot of other people will just skip over because it's costume. But yeah, nice piece. I think I paid like $8 maybe, and I'm asking like 50, something like that. So definitely a neat piece there. Yeah, here's just like this is a neat watch that I picked up. It's nothing great, but It's like a mechanical line, 17 jewel. I just like the band on it mostly. It's cool retro band. That was a few dollars. What else do I have? This was a watch, a pocket watch that I bought. It's a Hamilton. It's got no glass here and doesn't run, and I can't get it open. I don't know how to open this one. It looks like it has a push button here. You can see there is like some play there that maybe is a latch. But I tried to unscrew this, like, because the this front bezel unscrews. It's a screw front, but this back one I can't get to unscrew, like, no matter how hard I try and rotate it. And it looks like I've tried every combination, so I don't know really if it's supposed to open from the front. I kind of tried that, but it doesn't seem to open that way either, so I don't know. It was 10 bucks. Either way, I'd like to get it open, and I'll figure it out one of these days. There's that piece. Here's some gold stuff that I bought. And a lot of it's from those pearls, and some of the other just gold that I have, but I kind of broke down those pearls. I tried selling the pearl necklaces as necklaces, and literally no one would even touch them at like 30 bucks or something, which is, you know, almost as much as the gold is worth in them. So I just took the gold apart so I can scrap these when I need the money. But the two newer pieces that I did get were these two heart pieces. And these are 10 karat gold, and they were, I think, $10 each. 10 or 20, I don't know, but they're real diamonds. So this one had a label on it that said 1/10 carat of diamonds. So, and then this one's got some diamonds, and this one's missing one diamond, but yeah, there's some little gold there, and I don't want the little gold bead to get lost there, so I'll put that stuff back. But there's just some gold that I'll sell when I need some money, or when the price of gold goes up a lot for the week or something. So there's that. Yeah, I think I've got just a couple more pieces I'll show you. I do have more, but it's just more of the same kind of stuff. Here's a really nice camera lens that I bought. So at this sale, I was really going for jewelry, and a lot of the stuff that was in the pictures wasn't there when I got there. There was coins in the pictures that weren't there. There was a couple of really nice gold rings that weren't there, and I'm just like, you know, what's up with, like, where are those pieces? And they're like, oh, we sold them already. I probably went to 4 sales this week that had stuff in the pictures that weren't there at the sale at the start, which has been really frustrating. There's been a lot of things kind of going on with estate sales with people where it's just impossible for me to get like first or second or third in line, because somebody knows the owner, or someone, you know, was there the night before, or someone did, you know, it's always like some kind of drama with who gets to be first, you know, like it's just, you can show up at 3 o'clock in the morning and it still won't matter, you still won't be first. So that kind of stuff's been a little bit frustrating lately, and then stuff just not being there is really frustrating. When you go, you see a really nice piece in the pictures, you drive for an hour, you get there at 3 in the morning, you know, and then you you go into the sale and like all the stuff is just not there, and it's like all just the junk is left, and you're like, what the heck? I really hope that there's some way to keep these estate sales accountable for that kind of stuff eventually, but... Alright, so I bought this little lights camera lens in the box. Really cool. This is the Summicron R, and it's f2, and it's a 35 millimeter. So obviously Leica camera lenses are expensive. This was one that I did some research on before I went to the sale, and figured it was going to be worth a decent amount of money. I saw some very similar that sold for, you know, about $500, and got to the sale, and this was priced at $500. A couple of other people ran over to it and were looking at it and didn't buy it, and then I looked at it, and it looks, you know, it looks in really good condition for the most part. It's a little dirty, it needs to be cleaned, but really it's not that bad. And I just asked them, I was like, will you do any better on the camera lens? I'm like, I kind of want to buy it, but it's a little too much. And they're like, we'll make us an offer. And I said 350, which maybe I should have tried 300, but I figured I was going to go for 300, but I was like, they might say no. And then I was like, if I say 350, they're probably going to go for it because it's a pretty good price for it. And they took it. So one of the things that I didn't know too much about it, so there's the lens. It looks really nice condition. So for those who shop on my eBay store, it looks really kind of dirty in the pictures because of the high lights on them, but really there's no scratches or like major like dings on here, and there is like a filter on the front here. I'm not going to mess with this too much because I do have it listed, and I do have a few people interested in it. But one of the things that I didn't know about the camera lens was like there's like these little cams here. So this is what attaches to the front of the camera, and this one has a single cam, which means there's like these little grooves in here. So there's only one, and there would be like 3 sets of rings. So that kind of means that this is an earlier model and that it only hooks up to certain camera bodies, which does affect the price of it. It may be worth a little bit more with a later gen hookup because it hooks up to more newer, better camera bodies. But anyway, I've already received like a couple of offers for $500 on this. I'm trying to work a deal with somebody right now, and we'll see how that goes. I'm trying to get like 600 for it, 650. I saw one that sold the same lens without the box and everything for like 550, 560, something like that. So I'm trying to get a little bit more since it's a pretty good condition and with the box. But either way, it's not like a ton of profit, but it's a good name. So it's something important to know is that like with the Swarovski or with the with Leica lenses or Nikon or something like that, like it's got a good name brand to where it's gonna get enough page views. Keywords are very important on eBay and where your listing shows up. So I'm not too worried about this. That's why I was willing to pay a little bit more for it than I normally would. So there's the lens. I'm gonna get out a big piece that I bought that's really large. So it's gonna take me a second to set this up. And then I'll show you my last piece, which I think is probably my best score this week. So let's go ahead and get out my large piece that I bought. Alright, so here's the big piece that I bought. This is a like canvas or cloth type fabric. And this is an advertisement for Continental tires. So this is Continental with a rampant horse, and it's got this little star at the bottom. And this dates to around the 1960s, I think. The latest it could possibly be is like the 70s, but I think it's probably a little bit earlier just by the construction and the colors and stuff. This is a 15, almost 15, it's 14 and a half feet long and about 6 feet wide. So it's a huge advertising banner that was most likely held at like a racetrack or something like that. Some kind of an event, and someone kept it. I paid $45 for this, and I think it's really special. You can check it out. It's in my eBay store right now. I have it up for auction at like $400. I think it's probably worth $1,500 to $2,000 to like the right person. And this is a German company that's been around for longer than 100 years. It's one of the biggest tire distributors in Europe. And this is just like a really nice graphic. The lady at the estate sales, like, I researched it, I couldn't find what it was, and it was a little bit difficult to research. which I think worked out to my advantage quite a bit because it was really cheap for what it is. And it's got a label on it. It tells me who, I know who made it. It's a flag maker from Germany, also with a 100-year history. Just a really, really nice piece. I won't get much money for it, but whoever buys it for me, it's going to be a good deal because they're eventually going to be able to find somebody, because you need somebody who's interested in racing, that has like a big garage or a big warehouse or something that they want to put this in, because it's huge. But this thing done up right, like cleaned properly, ironed properly, and hung up, will just look amazing on a wall. So yeah, that's the big piece I bought. Maybe some of you guys won't like it. It is what it is. I think it's really, really cool. Definitely something that you do not see very often. So that's one of the things I bought that I'm pretty excited about. Alright, so the last piece I got is this one. And some of you guys may remember this from a previous video where I found a necklace just like this that was a little bit cheaper than what I paid this time. Yeah, so this sale, I saw in the pictures this necklace and another necklace, and I was first in line, and the guy behind me just jumped in front of me, like screamed at the lady to look at one of the necklaces that I was there for, and got it in front of me when I was the first one there, trying to be respectful, but he just basically pushed me out of the way. So it was a little unfortunate that I didn't get the butterscotch version of this, which was a nice, like I sold a couple of weeks ago, a nice barrel bead amber necklace. But anyway, I was pretty upset about that, and then I saw this necklace kind of a little over in a different case, and so this kind of saved the day to where at least I got something pretty good. I was there really early, and it was unfortunate I didn't get the piece that I wanted. And another sale where there was nice pieces that were just missing again, that weren't there, which really sucks when you put so much effort into going to this sale. So this is an cherry amber necklace. I'm sure it's probably showing up black on the screen, and that's kind of like a good sign. That means it's something different because of the way the light is playing on this. I don't know, it doesn't look, I can't tell. On my screen it looks like it's totally black, but even with like heavy lighting, I think it still looks kind of black. But I'll show you how I know that this is, they had us marked as Bakelite, which it's not. So one of the reasons I know that, so here's my phone and I'll put the light up to it, and you'll see people do this with jade and with other beads and stuff. But so you put the light up to it, let me zoom in a little bit, and see the marbling within the bead. So that's something that's going to tell me that this is there's a lot of things that they call these. So Fatcheran was what I kind of called this in my previous video, but I guess this is also like it's cherry red Baltic amber, and it's really old. So you can see from the string here, it's all aged, and it's really old. But yeah, you just you put up your light to it, and you see the translucency and the patterns in the beads here. So hopefully that's showing up on camera where you can see the marbling. And it's the same thing that you do with jade, to look into the stone and see if it's got some translucency, and to see if it's got good color and stuff like that. Yeah, so this is about 32 inches long, and it is about 75 grams. I expect something like this to be worth about 500 bucks. I paid $80 for it, so definitely probably my best profit from this week. I'm gonna put a really high price tag on this and sit on it for a while. It does have a chip, so this bead has a chip on it, which you know, hurts it a little bit, but it's just not that bad. A lot of these get damaged and have to be restrung and stuff like that anyway. I think you could take that bead out probably and just shorten it a little bit and you'd be fine. So yeah, I bought that piece, really cool. I did go to a sale with some jade, but it was kind of lower quality jade and they had it priced really high, so I didn't buy any of it. Been trying to do a lot more buying of jade items, but just haven't found the right deal yet on anything good quality. So that's my video for this week. Hope you guys liked it. Please leave a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching.